absolutely thought you deserved the Oscar for The Color Purple, and I was angry on your behalf that you did not even get the nomination. I'm wondering, does that kind of thing ever get to you, this lack of recognition from certain Hollywood institutions?
No, I've gotten used to that. I think my first hard pill to swallow was Hidden Figures when I didn't get nominated. So I let it go after that. And for me, it's about the audience and how I'm affecting them in a positive way. So, I feel like my fans take it harder than I do. So I let you guys deal with that. But when a person like yourself, says it for me, it's like, well, somebody sees it. So I don't have to say anything.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You can't buy some of these items with a WIC card. Bitch, I do this all the time. I don't know who did it for you, but we're not allowed to do that.
What, you the damn WIC police or something?
There are no colored bathrooms in this building or any building outside the West Campus, which is half a mile away. Did you know that? I have to walk to Timbuktu just to relieve myself.
Officer Gomez, do you have kids?
Yes, I have 2. What would you do if they promised to call and you didn't hear from them in 6 days? Would you just sit around and wait for time to pass before you did something?
Y'all know I've been doing this a while. And I've been on productions where I've been the only black person, the only female, and I needed things, and I didn't have anybody I could call. I just had to bite the bullet, and I had to show up every day with grace, and I had to do my job. It has happened more times than you would ever know. So to be in this position, that's why I tell y'all, this is special. This is special. This doesn't happen often. It's the thing about black women. They don't hear our tears. They don't hear our pain. That goes on in Hollywood. It goes on more often than you know. So when you see a black woman show up on this screen, know that she had to work quadruple hard, or whatever the word is, than her counterparts. Know that she's getting paid just a fraction of what her counterparts are getting paid. And we do it with grace each and every time. We show up and give it our all. Please take that into consideration. So thank you for everything you fought for us and stood up for.
Taraji P. Henson is a powerhouse of talent, heart, and hustle. From humble beginnings in Washington, D.C., to commanding the screen in award-winning films and hit TV shows, she has carved out a place as one of Hollywood's most respected and beloved actresses. Her journey isn't just about fame, it's about perseverance, passion, and purpose. This is the remarkable life of Taraji P. Henson. Taraji Henson was born on September 11, 1970, in Washington, D.C., to Bernice Gordon, a corporate manager, and Boris Henson, a metal fabricator and Vietnam vet. Her first name means hope in Swahili, and she was raised by a strong support system that valued hard work and self-belief. Taraji credits her family with instilling a sense of purpose and responsibility from a young age. After graduating from Oxon Hill High School in Maryland, she enrolled at North Carolina A&T to study electrical engineering, but her heart was in the arts, and she transferred to Howard University to pursue acting. At Howard, she studied theater while working 2 jobs to support herself and her son, Marcel, who was born in 1994. Her determination to succeed against the odds defined the early years of her career.
Taraji Henson, the name means hope love in Swahili, grew up in inner-city Washington, D.C., and studied electrical engineering before switching to drama.
And then talk about making plans makes God laugh. Your junior year, you got pregnant.
Yeah.
Did you think the acting dream is over?
No. If anything, that I became fierce in going after my dreams because there was no time to waste now. I have a kid. And now it's not just me anymore. So I don't have time for the BS.
After she graduated Howard University with her son in her arms, her father Boris urged her to go west to pursue her acting dream. And so, with a new baby and only $700 to her name, she came to L.A. and started making the rounds, doing guest shots on shows like ER. Her first real breakout role came opposite Terrence Howard in the 2005 hit Hustle and Flow.
Even if I wasn't in a scene, I would stay on the set all night long just because we were just so happy to be there. I haven't done that since then.
That was that special.
That was that special. Now I go, I'm done. Bye, y'all. Have fun.
Taraji's big break came in 2001 when she starred alongside Tyrese Gibson in the John Singleton film Baby Boy. Her authentic performance won over audiences and critics alike, and the film showcased her natural talent and emotional depth. Over the next few years, she appeared in a string of notable projects, including Hustle and Flow, 2005, for which she sang on the Academy Award-winning song, It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. She began to make a name for herself, not just as a supporting actress, but as a scene stealer. Her ability to bring complex characters to life helped her build a diverse portfolio that ranged from gritty dramas to lighthearted comedies.
Give me my shake. That is from Baby Boy. That's Yvette. I can't believe I'm remembering all of this. Give me my shake! You know what's crazy? That was ad-lib. That wasn't even in the script. I ad-libbed that. And John kept it. Rest in peace, John. I miss you. Everybody was telling me, oh my God, you know, what John Singleton does for careers. And I don't know, discernment told me that. I guess I started to see simultaneously how things happen in the business for men versus women. And I just knew Tyrese would take off, which he did. He booked 2 franchise movies. I still have yet to book a franchise movie. So there's that. So I knew that. And I was ready. I prepared myself.
In 2008, Taraji earned an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, starring opposite Brad Pitt. Her portrayal of Queenie, the loving adoptive mother of Benjamin, won her critical acclaim and opened doors to even bigger opportunities. This recognition was more than just a nod from Hollywood. It was confirmation that her talent was undeniable. Roles in films like Date Night, The Karate Kid, and Think Like a Man followed, proving her versatility and bankability. Taraji continued to rise, becoming a familiar face on red carpets, talk shows, and magazine covers. She also started to use her growing platform to speak out on issues she cared about, including representation in media and gender equity.
You did Benjamin Button.
That was $150.
Right.
Okay, so let me break it down because I remember some people were like, $150? She greedy. That's a lot of money. Let me break this down for you.
Break it down.
Okay? When you start making that kind of money, Uncle Sam takes 50%. So let's do the math. We're going to act like this romper room. You know how they give you so they let you compute it for a second. So that leaves me with 75 now, right?
Yep.
Then I have to pay another 30% to my team who did all the work to get me that job.
Yes.
So I don't pay them 30% of the 75. No. I pay them 30% of the 150 that comes out of my 75. So what does that compute to? Okay, so let's break it down like this. You have 12 months in a year to make your money, right? If you do a film for 5 months, that takes you off the market for anything else to earn any other kind of coin until you're done with that show. At the time, my son's school tuition, because he was in high school at Buckley, was $30,000. I chose my son's education over fancy cars and all those things. And so literally for 5 months, that's what I made. His tuition. Now what? I gotta hit the pavement again, and I gotta scrounge up another check.
Taraji's career hit a new high in 2015 when she starred as Cookie Lyon on the Fox hit series Empire. Her fierce, fashionable, and emotionally complex performance turned Cookie into an iconic character. Audiences loved her sharp wit, bold style, and vulnerable strength. Taraji's work on Empire earned her a Golden Globe Award and made her the first African-American woman to win a Critics' Choice Television Award for Best Actress in a Drama Series. Cookie Lyon wasn't just a role, she was a cultural moment. Through this role, Taraji also helped usher in a new era of television led by Black women, opening doors for others to follow.
realized the impact that I have on people, I took it very seriously. And it wasn't about picking the most positive characters. People need representation. So here we go with Hustle and Flow. She was a whore. Let's just say what it is. She was a woman of the night, right? It's sex work.
Right.
That's real.
Yeah.
People do that. Who am I to judge? How do I make her human? How do I make people empathize with her? How do I make people look at the film and go, how do I find this Suge? I want to help her. That's my job. To make these characters human.
I love that.
To make you not judge them, right? You see a black woman, she's loud in public. You might think of Cookie before you judge her. You might go, there's a reason why she's like that. You know what I mean?
Cookie. Do you miss
right?
Cookie?
I love her.
You okay with her being in the past?
I'm okay with her being in the past. I think she's been done. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to, bring back for her. Like she did what she was supposed to do. She ignited a generation. She energized.
She lit up that TV.
And she energized people to be themselves, whatever that looks like, and be unapologetic.
You have to be so proud of even what you've done to now. Like if you did nothing else.
In 2016, Taraji starred as Katherine Johnson in Hidden Figures, the story of 3 African-American women mathematicians who worked at NASA during the space race. The film was a critical and commercial success, earning a SAG Award for Outstanding Cast and further solidifying Taraji's legacy as a storyteller for powerful Black women's narratives. Her performance was deeply moving, showcasing both the genius and humanity of a woman whose story had been long overlooked. The film inspired audiences worldwide, especially young girls of color, to dream bigger and believe in their worth. Taraji's role in Hidden Figures was not just acting, it was activism through art.
I work like a dog day and night, living off coffee from a pot. None of you. Yes. Hidden Figures, Katherine Johnson. That is a very still viral video.
And I work like a dog day and night, living off of coffee from a pot none of you want to touch.
No one knew about these women. I didn't know. Hidden Figures. Like, I had no idea. I remember when Ted Melfi sent me the script, the director, and I read it, and of course it's a beautiful story, and I just thought, this is not real. And I asked him, I said, is this a true story? He said, absolutely. And I almost fell out. I was like, it's a true story? And I was like, well, are any of these women alive? I said, is Katherine still alive? And he was like, yes. I said, I have to go meet her. I have to go meet her. So I went and spent time with her and her family. You know, if you're playing a real person who's still alive, you want to get it right. So it was important that I go talk to her and the family. And just, wow, what an extraordinary story that we had no clue about these incredible women. But now we do. For me, it was her mannerisms and it was her messaging. Something about her was very regal. When you're that brilliant, you kind of levitate above it all. Not in a pompous, conceited way, but your brainwave is just different, you know? And her love of math. For me, it wasn't about her smarts. It was about how she can share her smarts with someone else and get you to have that aha moment. And that's what I remember the most about that conversation with her, and how she kept saying we, not I, when she could have, because she's the one that produced the numbers to get him to space. So those are the things that I really picked up on. And just, she was very soft and demure. I know that's the saying now, but I mean that in all seriousness. She was just, you know, women in that era just carried themselves in a different way.
In recent years, Taraji has also opened up about her personal life, including her experiences with love, motherhood, and mental health. She launched the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, named after her late father, to provide mental health resources in Black communities. Through her advocacy work, she continues to inspire change, encouraging others to prioritize emotional well-being and seek healing. As an actress, producer, and philanthropist, Taraji's legacy goes beyond Hollywood. She's become a symbol of resilience, representation, and hope.
I am here out of necessity. We in the African American community, we don't deal with mental health issues. 5-year-old children are contemplating life and death. I'm here to appeal to you because this is a national crisis. I am here using my celebrity, using my voice to put a face to this. We need each other. This is me reaching across the table, trying to lend a helping hand in the best way I can. We have to save our children.
Well, my dad wore his heart on his sleeve. I remember when he would get my friends together, he would tell them about how he tried to take his life by suicide. He put the gun up to his head, but for the grace of God, the bullet grazed his skull. And he would show you the scar. He didn't hide anything from me. He told me the truth about everything. And that's why I'm not afraid to live in my truth, because I saw it.
But I'm curious, during the pandemic, when you genuinely contemplated suicide, you said, people will look at you and say, you have the perfect life. Give people an understanding of why that is the wrong impression.
They're looking at the materialistic aspect of it all. They're thinking, oh, well, you have money, so your problems just magically disappear. And unfortunately, most times money will amplify your problems or give you problems you never even had before. There are times when I would sit on my house on the hill with 360-degree view of southern Los Angeles, and I'm like, God, I remember the days when I was so happy when I was broke, because I was able to dream. The dream kept me getting up every day, and now I have it all, and I feel empty inside. It's not about the things. It's who you are inside.
From DC stages to Hollywood red carpets, Taraji P. Henson's journey is a story of talent, resilience, and unapologetic truth. She has not only entertained, but empowered. She's turned pain into purpose and dreams into reality. Whether she's bringing real-life heroes to the big screen, fighting for mental health awareness, or sharing her personal truth, Taraji remains a force of nature. Her story is far from over, and we can't wait to see what she'll do next. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more inspiring stories from the world of entertainment.